An evacuation warning warns Santa Cruz residents of high tides. I'm Shayla Gaitan, and MyTV53 News is on storm mode.
The Hmong New Year is happening this weekend at the Fresno Fairgrounds. I'm Esparza, and I have the full coverage coming up.
Also tonight, we are following late-breaking news as another U.S. state is removing Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump from their ballot. We'll have that and many other stories next in Prime Time.
New, local, unique. MyTV53 News at 8 starts right now.
And a very good evening. Welcome to the San Joaquin Valley's only 8 p.m. news. I'm Austin Reed. It is Thursday, December the 28th. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start with late-breaking news as Maine barred Donald Trump from the primary ballot earlier tonight, making it the second state in the country to block the former president from running again under a part of the Constitution that prevents insurrectionists from holding office. According to the Associated Press, while Maine has just 4 electoral votes, it's one of 2 states to split them.
Rather than indoctrinating young people with inappropriate racial, sexual, and political material, which is what we're doing now, our schools must be totally refocused to prepare our children to succeed in the world of work and in life and the world of keeping our country strong.
Trump won one of Maine's electors in 2020, so having him off the ballot there, should he emerge as the Republican general election candidate, could have outsized implications in a race that is expected to be narrowly decided. Now to our big local story of the night, which is on the Central Coast. This evening, high tides are wreaking havoc, and officials are urging people here in the valley to not travel there for New Year's weekend. Our Shayla Gaitan is covering the latest for us, and she joins us from the News Center with more. Shayla?
Well, Austin, even vehicles have become stuck in the tides, and residents are being ordered to evacuate. The National Weather Service has issued a coastal flood warning for areas such as San Luis Obispo County and Santa Cruz County. This morning, 5 people were rescued from the Oceano tides so far after multiple vehicles were stuck in the tides, some even upside down in the water. There is an ongoing search for more victims as the tide rises, and Santa Cruz Sheriff's Office has issued an evacuation warning for residents nearby. I spoke with resident Elizabeth Husser, and she tells me she's going to the coast this weekend and is making sure to focus on only inside activities.
Stay safe. Don't go if it's starting to flood and you're driving, and don't go through puddles, and don't go, things like that. Try to keep yourself safe and indoors if possible. I wouldn't go outside if it's raining. I'm going to go into somewhere. I'm not going to go and stay on the beach.
Authorities say the waves are as high as 35 feet and highways have already started to get busy. Authorities say we should avoid the coast for our safety until further notice. I'm Shayla Gaitan with MyTV53 News at 8.
All right, Shayla, thank you for that. Our storm mode coverage continues as strong wind gusts are expected in the lee side of the coastal range and western San Joaquin Valley from 7 a.m. Friday and through 1 a.m. Saturday. We spoke with meteorologists from the National Weather Service office in Hanford about this.
Yeah, we do have another storm system moving in from the Pacific, and we're going to see the winds increase along the west side of the valley, specifically along the west side hills there. We get some, it's kind of a wind-prone area. When we do have systems approaching us, those winds will pick up in the west side hills, and we're going to see that happen. Yeah, so you typically out of the west, and we're looking at a southwest wind picking up, 25, maybe gusting up to 40 miles an hour from early Friday morning and through Friday evening, tapering off overnight. We got it ending at 1 a.m. on Saturday. So 7 a.m. Friday to 1 a.m. on Saturday.
And something else to note, a winter weather advisory has been issued for the Sierra Nevada above 6,000 feet from 10 p.m. Friday and until 10 p.m. Saturday, December 30th. Snowfall accumulations of 6 to 8 inches are expected, with totals up to 18 inches possible at higher elevations. Winds may gust as high as 35 miles an hour on exposed ridge tops and near the crest. If traveling, prepare for slippery road conditions and anticipate travel delays over the New Year's holiday weekend. All right, other news on this Thursday. Around 7:40 last night, deputies responded to an injured person's call at a home on the 47,000 block of Dunlap Road in Miramonte. Once on scene, deputies discovered 2 deceased adults. A child, approximately 11 years old, was also in the house, suffering from injuries. EMS transported the kid to the hospital, who is listed in critical condition. Detectives are interviewing other people who were at the house. We do have an update in the case as of tonight. The sheriff's office is no longer searching for a silver pickup that reportedly fled the scene. Fresno County detectives also say there are no outstanding suspects. Therefore, the community is not in danger. This just in from Fresno Police. On December 19th at Playland in Roding Park, an unknown suspect accessed the locked theme park and stole these statues. The statues have unique Disney logos at the base. The set contains 4 pieces in total from the children's story, The Three Little Pigs. The statues are 3 pigs and 1 wolf. If anyone has found these statues or knows where they might be, call Fresno PD. New tonight from Clovis PD, 2 suspects have been arrested following a shoplifting, pursuit, and collision. Just before 4 p.m. Wednesday, officers were dispatched to a retail store near Clovis and Shaw for shoplifting. The caller told dispatchers that 2 men ran out of the store with hundreds of dollars of baby formula without paying and sped away in a red car. Officers spotted the suspects in the car on Shaw and tried pulling them over. However, they sped off again. Officers pursued the suspects southbound on Clovis near Gettysburg when the pursuit was called off by the patrol supervisor. Minutes later, a Clovis detective who had been assisting patrol noticed a collision at Clovis and Shields involving the suspect's car. With the help of both Fresno Police and Fresno County Sheriff's deputies, both suspects were taken into custody near a golf course without incident by all 3 agencies. The stolen baby formula was returned to the store. Turning to news in the South Valley, last night, just before 8, Corcoran officers were dispatched to the intersection of Whiteley Avenue and Josephine Avenue due to a 911 call of a gunshot victim. Officers arrived at that scene and located the male victim lying down on the ground who had been shot several times. The victim, identified as Charles Van Wolfgang Black, who's 31 and from Corcoran, was transported from the scene by ambulance to a local hospital, but was later pronounced dead. If anyone has any information regarding the shooting, call Corcoran Police. Well, happening overnight, a car crashes into a home care facility and causes a major gas leak. Around 3 this morning, Visalia firefighters were called to the home care facility in the 1900 block of East Houston Avenue. When they arrived on scene, they were told that a car had crashed into the detached laundry facility, causing the leak. The care facility was not affected. SoCal Gas was called for the leak. Roads were closed at Kane Street and Houston all morning. And here's a talker, all new from our partners at Cal Matters. Undocumented Californians are leaving healthcare clinics with smiles after they are learning they're newly eligible for Medi-Cal insurance. The insurance expansion was decades in the making for immigrant advocates. The application takes less than 20 minutes. The paperwork, though brief, makes a major milestone in California's decades-long expansion of healthcare for undocumented immigrants. This will start January 1. To learn much more about this story, just head to calmatters.org. All right, finally, in your first few minutes of nonstop news at 8, the Hmong New Year celebration started today. You know, there are close to 360,000 Hmong in the United States. Here in California, the largest population is actually in Fresno. MyTV53 News spent the day at the Fresno Fairgrounds, where this is the largest Hmong New Year celebration in the entire country. Marcus Esparza joins us from the newsroom with the latest.
Today was the first day of the Hmong New Year's celebration taking place right here in the Central Valley.
New Year's is a very cultural thing. It's tradition. So we come out here just to kind of, a lot of times just to meet old friends, family, and whatnot. So I'm out here with my booth because, obviously I run a business here. So it's video games. It's not very traditional, but at the same time I am Hmong, so I'm a Hmong-owned business owner. And this is kind of something that not many Hmong people actually do. As far as playing some of the older retro video games. So that's kind of my thing. I'm kind of trying to bring it to the community a little bit more so that they can enjoy the old times, the nostalgia feeling of playing all the old retro stuff. So. Oh yeah, of course, the movie just came out.
Hmong New Year's consists of 3 days of food, music, dancing, and intricate clothing, and so much more. The food dishes include rice cakes, fish, and dumplings. Year celebrations also include grilled meats and sticky rice dishes. With over 4,000 years of history, the Hmong originated from China. Some Hmong left from China to Laos, Thailand, and Burma in the beginning of the 1800s with the result of land expansion by Chinese government. California has the largest Hmong population in the United States.
There's so many people here today is because the tradition, we're trying to make the tradition strong so that our ancestors, our hard work wasn't for nothing.
You still have time to join the celebration because it lasts all weekend long at the Fresno Fairgrounds. I'm Marcus Sparrow with MyTV53 News at 8.
All right, Marcus, thank you. That does it for your first few minutes of Nonstop News at 8, but don't go anywhere. We are just getting started. Still to come.
You would not believe the most popular Christmas gifts of 2023 and what's the most popular fashion with young women and men of 2024. Plus, I have a special guest. Hey. That's all coming up next in What's Trending.
Also ahead, top Mexican and U.S. officials say they have made progress in emergency talks on curbing a surge in migration. Later, a heated exchange between one Republican presidential hopeful and an LGBTQ advocate is caught on camera. Plus, get ready for that wind and some snow in the mountains. We'll have an update to your forecast as New Year's weekend is coming right up. New, local, unique. This is MyTV53 News at 8. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is MyTV53 News. New, local, unique with Austin Reed. You're watching MyTV53 News at 8.
All right, thanks for staying with us on this final Thursday of 2023. Turning to our big stories in Kern County for our viewers on KNXT. Take a look at your screen because a 17-year-old who ran away from home yesterday is now considered to be at risk because Bakersfield PD says she has never been reported missing before. Bakersfield PD told Bakersfield.com that Susan Holderby was last seen at 11 p.m. last night in the 2400 block of Eric Way. She's white, 4 feet 10 inches tall, weighs about 150 pounds. If you know anything, call Bakersfield Police. Well, happening right now in Alta Sierra, Kern County firefighters are burning piles of dead and downed trees, as well as other accumulated vegetation. This preventative pile burning is performed to eliminate hazardous fuels and reduce the risk of wildfires. The Alta Sierra pile burning is scheduled to occur through Friday, December 29th. The Kern County Fire Department says they actively manage hazards to the community through prescribed burns and mechanical treatments. Hey, top Mexican and U.S. officials said they had made progress today in emergency talks on curbing a surge in migration, which has become a major headache for President Biden as he enters an election year. Secretary of State Antony Blinken paid an unusual Christmas week visit to Mexico City, and New Tonight reporter Selena Sykes from France 24 USA brings us the latest.
It's unusual for the U.S. Secretary of State to make a visit so soon after Christmas. Antony Blinken's trip to Mexico was penciled in at the last minute as pressure grows on the Biden administration to reduce the influx of migrants to the U.S. Earlier on Wednesday, the Secretary of State spoke with the Mexican president and his ministers amid an escalating crisis on their shared border. The Mexican government said it was willing to limit the number of people crossing through Mexico to get to the U.S. and was taking measures to discourage migration by tackling its root causes. The foreign minister added that keeping the US-Mexico borders open for trade was economically crucial for the country. This follows the US closure of 2 railroad trade routes in mid-December, which were used by an increasing number of migrants.
We are talking about the economic aspect as well as the root causes of migration. We are very interested in addressing the causes because people come due to poverty, inequality, violence, family reunification, and we want to address their problems in the countries of origin.
Mexico had agreements with Biden and his predecessor Trump to temporarily take in migrant crossings into the United States via Mexico, but the number of migrants has almost doubled since before the pandemic. It's already proving to be a headache for Joe Biden. The Republican-controlled House of Representatives is refusing to vote in Congress on sending more military funding to Ukraine without a commitment to crack down on migration.
And that was Selena Sykes from France 24 USA reporting.
MyTV53 News continues with the Valley's local forecast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Get this. No one won the Powerball jackpot last night, but a ticket worth over $450,000 was sold in El Dorado County. The ticket matching all 5 numbers was sold at a 7-Eleven. The ticket, worth $451,000 to be exact, matched the winning numbers of 4, 11, 38, and 68, but did not get the red Powerball number of 5. With no one winning the grand prize Wednesday, the jackpot has increased to an estimated $760 million for Saturday's drawing. And it's time to see what else is trending on this final Thursday of 2023. Here is our Greek goddess of gossip, Athena Matsikis. Oh, and I hear she has a special guest.
All right, so Christmas has come and gone, and the things that were trending, that's definitely going to be trending this year, is these slippers. They're called the Tasman slippers with Uggs. My son, Nico, 9 years old, got a pair. Are you going to pop up now? Your job was to pop up. The talent is not doing his job. Can you hear him, Austin?
Yeah.
Okay, Nico, tell us real quick about these Tasman slippers and why they're so popular and why they're trending at the end of 2023, coming up in the beginning of 2024. What do you think?
They're super comfy.
Show it to the camera.
They're really the pattern on
It's almost like Native American, isn't it? And you can wear them outside.
Yeah.
I would suggest to buy a bunch of dupes and wear those outside, but wear the real deal, like where you want to be trending. You know what I'm saying? You know what else is what's trending?
I really don't like this line in between. It just looked better without the line.
Well, they're 70. How much were these?
$79.99.
Okay, for kids, and they're probably like $109 for adults. It'll say the real deal. It'll say Uggs. And then it'll have that, hold up the slipper again. It'll be the line, and it'll be that design. One thing to look out for is dupes. I fell for it about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the end of November, the beginning of December. Facebook had these for $19, and it even said Uggs. I myself bought them, and I never got them. So don't buy anything from Facebook that it'll say Facebook. No, it wasn't Facebook Marketplace. It was actually like an ad. And my friend who's a radio personality in Vegas, it actually popped up on her Instagram. So they're ads. Do not fall for it. They're totally fake. I'm Athena. Happy New Year. And that's what's trending.
Happy New Year!
Nico has as much energy as his mom. Athena, thank you for that. Coming up next at 8, a heated exchange between one Republican presidential candidate and an LGBTQ advocate is caught on camera. Stay with us. And finally tonight, a heated exchange was caught on tape last night between Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy and an LGBTQ advocate, all during a town hall.
My name's Alexis Case, and I grew up here.
Okay.
In this town. LGBTQ is a serious situation in this world today. There are children that get bullied because they are gay, they're lesbian, they're transgender.
I believe that transgenderism specifically is a mental health disorder. I believe it's a mental health condition.
Okay.
No. We're going to finish this. This is good. We have to have open conversation in this country. But I don't think the compassionate thing to do.
Health disorder.
I'm going to give you a chance to respond if you'd like, but we can't have an open debate in this country if we're not able to state our views.
That's how they feel.
That's how they feel. And you know what? I'll tell you a story, and you deserve to hear this. I met 2 young women in this race about 6 months ago. Their names were Chloe and Katie, 2 young women. They're in their 20s now. Both of them had their breasts cut off. One of them had her uterus removed. They're in their 20s. They regret that decision.
Now that was just a small portion of the entire exchange, but you can watch the whole clip on Ramaswamy's YouTube page. Let's get a final look at your forecast as New Year's weekend is getting closer. We have that wind coming in for parts of our viewing area, and then snow in the mountains up to 18 inches in some locations. Here in the Fresno, Bakersfield Metro could see a little bit of rain with this next system. And again, Happy New Year to our Hmong viewers. Thanks for joining us here at 8 tonight. I'm Austin Reed. Hoping your news is good news. We're back tomorrow. Hope you are as well.